Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast, where all professional wrestling storylines live. As always, I am your host, Matt Brannon, bringing you all professional wrestling's news, notes, innuendos, and whatever else you can think of in this fantastic world of professional wrestling. All right, thanks for joining us. My God, it's good to be doing this again. You see, I told you guys I was going to see you on a Sunday. I came out, I talked to you on Sunday, kind of gave the old state of the slow burn and where things were at. And then I told you guys I would be with you again on Tuesday, recapping Monday Night Raw. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And I'm telling you what, it feels freaking great. And man, is there a better freaking night to come back to and start talking and recapping and reviewing all of this stuff after last night? I mean, to me, it doesn't get a whole lot better. Raw was fantastic last night, and it's only going to get more exciting as this week goes on. I'm telling you, AEW is stacked for Wednesday night. We know that. I'm going to get to all of that later on down the week as well. Tonight, NXT looks to have a pretty good card on hand. We know TNA is building up. So in the world of professional wrestling right now, we have a shit ton going on. Let's just call it what it is, all right? But last night, Raw, coming live from Phoenix, Arizona, was absolutely on fire, all right? The whole show, there were very few down moments in this show. I mean, you just call it what it is. Sometimes things just hit. And I'm going to tell you guys now, everybody knows I've been a little bit sour recently on the storylines ever since, I even said this the other day, since night 2, the main event basically of night 2 of WrestleMania. I felt like the WWE have been trying to claw themselves out of a hole. Now, there have been good moments. There's been good pieces. But I thought that lead up to Mania was just so good. And then I came out of it feeling a little flat. And I finally felt last night coming into Raw, post Money in the Bank, I really felt like it was a time for the WWE to capitalize. And capitalize they did. All right. I mean, totally, absolutely blew it out of the water. We got a long time until Sunday's Week in Review, but AEW, you are on the clock because show of the week is looking pretty spot on as of right now. All right. However, with that said, we got the summer blockbuster coming up tomorrow night, just like Fyter Fest last week. 4 hours of AEW programming. Tomorrow night on Wednesday, we're getting the summer blockbuster with 4 hours of AEW programming. So, hey, things are good. Who could complain? Not me. I will try to find something to complain about, though. I promise you, because let's be honest, it's still professional wrestling, and even though we are anti-tribalism on this show, that doesn't mean that we're not wrestling fans that find a little bit of something to bitch about almost all the time. So, with that said, Raw last night from Phoenix, Arizona. Crowd absolutely on point from beginning to end, but a little bit of confusion once again. I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Okay. Before we took the hiatus because of the move and everything that happened, I've been very, very sour on WWE crowds. It's almost like the Cena heel turn made crowds get confused on who you're supposed to root for and who you're not supposed to root for. All right. And don't get me wrong. I'm usually a heel guy. People that have known me forever know that most of my favorite guys at their peak are bad guys. I like the heels, I always have. But it doesn't mean that you cheer them nonstop, because that's not what they're there to do. All right. If you're doing that, I mean, it's kind of like Seth Rollins. All right. Seth goes heel. We've seen it coming. It happens. And then all of a sudden we're still chanting his song. We're still singing his song. And that's all well and good, but it's not time for a Seth Rollins babyface turn yet. So, I mean, again, just my point. Seth's wife, the same thing happens the other night, last night with Becky Lynch. She comes out, her song, and we hear, oh, and I don't know. And every time now that I'm hearing this, it's like, that's not just the scattering of a couple freaking guys that are idiots that like heels all the time. That's the WWE universe chanting a song right now of somebody that they're trying to portray that you should hate. So, I don't know. That part to me, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to argue when the crowd is as hot as it was. All right. And I really thought, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start fresh, right? I'm going to back off of the crowds. I'm just going to say, okay, from this point forward, unless that he is just your guy. Like, all right, my kid's a John Cena guy. He's seen it through and through, and he said that now with the heel turn, he's still a Cena guy. He's going to stick with Cena. And that's the case. Do your Let's Go Cena all you want. Do the song all you want. Like, I'm fine with that. You're a Seth guy from forever. Back in the Shield, Seth was your favorite, right? So, okay, sing his music if you want to. For that guy that's just singing the catchy tune because you like to sing the song, and you're not in the comfort of your own living room, so stop doing it. I say that because I sing every song that comes out. So you're not in the comfort of your own living room. You're there at a live crowd, and the crowd is there to feed the show, right? It's all about running off emotions. And I will tell you, we got some emotions stirring last night on WWE Raw. All right, that's all I want to say about my negatives. I'm not going to get a whole lot more negative other than crowd not knowing exactly when to cheer and when to boo. It is what it is. If that's what we have today in a modern day wrestling crowd, then that's what we have, and it is what it is. So let's move on to Raw itself. Okay. First off, let's just go ahead and call it what it is. Rough night on Raw. Great show. Not discounting that. The show was absolutely bonkers, right? But it's okay to feel a little bit down today. It really is, and I'm okay with that, man. Jay had been carrying things for a while, and honestly, his title run since WrestleMania, it hasn't been the greatest of all time, and we know that. But you know what? He has been a workhorse champion. He is so over with the crowd. There's nothing he can do wrong. Is he exhausted by the time he gets to the ring from his freaking entrance? Every time, by the way, every time it happens, he's exhausted, he's blown, as they say. But at the same time, how could you argue with the amount of positivity that this guy has been bringing every place he goes, whether it's a house show, whether he makes a surprise appearance on SmackDown, whether it was Saturday night's main event, whether it's Raw? There is no one hotter than Jey Uso. Yeah, you can throw CM Punk up there. You can throw Cody Rhodes up there. But, I mean, that might be it. And it's still really close neck and neck with, here you go, Jay, Cody, and CM Punk. That's rarefied air right now in the wrestling industry, right? The business couldn't see three hotter dudes than what you're dealing with in those three. And honestly, in all honesty, let's just call it what it is. Jay has been up there that high and higher for a long time. So regardless of if you appreciated his run, regardless of if you thought the run was shit, it doesn't make a difference because he is selling merch, he's getting the pops, and the story has been good. And so that's why I said it's okay if you want to feel a little bit down today. You can feel a little bit down today. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're just getting your information from me, Jey Uso loses the belt last night to Gunther. And it was a great match. Honestly, it was a modern day story told. It was drawing on things that they had done in the past, making it into the current today. I'm not talking about like right now in wrestling. I'm talking about right that very second they made that story work. Two of the best going. I've said it 1,000 times. There are very few guys that can do what Gunther does in the ring, and there are very few guys that can do what Jay does to stir up emotion within a crowd. And both of these guys, I mean, tip of the hat. That's all you can say. It was outstanding. It was phenomenal, and I couldn't be happier that the match took place. However, it's okay to be a little sad that Jay's not holding that belt. I showed the other day. Right now, my little closet door, which is open right now, which thank God you can't see it. You see all my wrestling shirts though. All right, I only have like 10 of them, so I probably need some more. Somebody should send me some. But like my curtain that covers my closet right now in our house renovations is a friggin' Yeet curtain, right? So I'm on board with the Yeet. And again, this is coming from a guy that normally isn't a babyface guy. Roman has always been my thing. If I'm going to choose one WWE guy, right now, obviously my favorite's Dirty Dom, but he's getting appreciation too. He's getting pops. I mean, we heard it the other night or last night, Dirty Dom. So I don't know, maybe in my old age, I am becoming the babyface sympathizer. Finally, maybe, right? But regardless, Jay has a great run. I hate that it's over, but at the same time, can't wait to see where they go with it. There's so many stories that can be opened up by this. And we'll get back to that as we move forward here. All right, let's talk about the show a little bit itself. We get the opening from John Cena. Nice to see Cena in Phoenix one more time, by the way. It was very cool to see that. It was the same old shtick. I love it. The making the ring announcer do more. Doing the curtsy to let everybody know how much royalty he is. I mean, the whole 9 yards, the Cena presentation right now. Again, I know I'm not a Cena guy, but right now I am, because this is the best damn work that John Cena has done, in my opinion, ever. All right. But again, I'm not disrespecting. I appreciate everything that is John Cena. You don't do what you do the way he did it and not be that good. But right now, what he's doing as a heel, and even though it's a cartoonish heel at times, it is still so freaking good. So I liked what we got out of that. All right, and what we're gonna get out of it after last night is even better, because let's be honest. And I said this months and months ago. If I got one Cena match, if they said there's one match you want to see Cena with before the run is over, I said, without a doubt, hands down, CM Punk, right? Well, folks, we are going to get it. All right, we are going to get it. Who's calling me at this hour? We're going to get it. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you. Also, the added intrigue with Punk and where it's going to happen. Cena says, "Yeah, I'm ready to fight you. I am ready to go with this, but it's going to be on my terms." And his terms was Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. And to be honest with you, that adds to stuff too, because of CM Punk's political leanings. And again, we're not getting into politics on this show. This is an anti-political show, anti-political zone. All right. Two things we don't talk with: tribalism for wrestling, politics. It stays itself out of the slow burn. However, you're not a fool. Everybody knows CM Punk has had an issue with the WWE's partnership with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for quite some time. He is one of those avid people that, and I want to make sure I word this correctly. As you can see, he believes that the Saudi Arabian regime have done a lot of bad things, and they have, and people know that. But however, we also know that money makes the world go round. So you see, I try to see it from both sides. But regardless, you're putting CM Punk on the show of shows in Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions, happening in Riyadh, and he's been against it. And he's going against the guy who's the flagship dude right now, John Cena, carrying that belt, yet working for the final boss, right? Rock has always been the pro Saudi Arabia deal because Rock was chasing the dollar. I'm not arguing that. As Americans, we're all chasing the dollar. Sorry, guys. But regardless, excuse me. Regardless, what we're going to see there, though, is the match that I wanted in a climate that's going to make the story so much better. I can't freaking wait for this to happen. Um, do I think that this is going to be a title change? I don't know yet. I honestly, if I had to say in my heart of hearts right now, no. Punk doesn't win the belt here. However, how apropos would it be for Punk to actually win the belt in Saudi Arabia? And like he said, in order to take down a monster, meaning Cena being that monster to the WWE universe, he had to become a monster. And that's the CM Punk that we all know and love. That is a title chasing and title holding machine, right? So regardless, I think that there could be some very, very good stuff come out of that. All right. So Seth shows up in the middle of this promo as well. He's toiling the briefcase a little bit, just kind of showing off what's going on. He's got his cronies around him. Heyman looks oranger than the sun right now. You know I'm a Paul Heyman guy, but come on, Paul, stay out of the tanner just a tad. You're competing with Braun right now on who's the orangest. But regardless, Seth's out there and he's letting both of them know, hey, it doesn't matter who's champion. I am going to be champion. And right now, with that group, the future, how could you argue it? Like, how could you say that perhaps that's not going to happen? So in reality, we know we've got Cena carrying this belt. We know we got Punk chasing this belt into Saudi Arabia. And then we have the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Seth Rollins, who is ready to take over the world. All right. So Story set, man. Stage set. Here we go. We making motion pictures, daddy. Um, Super excited. Yeah, super. I think it's great. A lot of room to pivot there too, and a lot of room to really navigate this story until Night of Champions. Which, by the way, Night of Champions is the 28th of this month. All right, so what are we? The 10th, 18 days away right now from Night of Champions. This time of year, man, it's so great. We got event after event after event, and if you're an AEW fan, TNA fan, and New Japan fan, you got shit every night, baby. So, like me. Yay. All right. After this, so we need to move on a little bit, guys. I spent a little more time on that opener than what I wanted to. AJ Styles and Chad Gable put on a master class in wrestling. That's how it's done. Why? I mean, again, the story that was told inside the ring was fantastic. The story that gets told outside of the ring, it doesn't match. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the Gable AJ. There was no progression there to me. I don't know. It just fell a little flat, and it's weird to me that two guys that are so freaking good in the ring. There's so many possibilities. Let's maybe light a spark under one of those possibilities and see which kind of flame can catch here. All right, because let's be honest, who is AJ feuding with right now? Maybe everybody, maybe nobody. Who is Gable feuding with right now? Maybe all the luchadors in the world, maybe nobody. So I think there's possibilities there for a story. It's just last night we got nothing out of it except for a really damn good match. And it was a good match. Like, match was outstanding. If I were a douchebag that gave stars to matches, I would give it at least 69 stars. Okay. See what I did there? All right. So let's see. We had a couple King of the Ring qualifying matches in this, and both of them lit the damn house on fire. We'll start with the women's. Uh, by the way, how they're doing this, there are going to be multiple fatal four ways. All right. I believe there's going to be 2 on Raw, 2 on SmackDown. And these fatal four ways, the winners of them will face off in the semifinals to get into the Queen of the Ring and King of the Ring tournaments. And then same thing with the men. All right, we're having the fatal four ways. You got the semifinals from each, and then we're going to have the finals, I assume, at Night of Champions. That's how they'll do that. And we love the King of the Ring because, guaranteeing that title shot as well. But I'm not sure exactly how they're going to play that story out. It's going to be fun regardless, and I'm excited. You guys know I like tournament wrestling. I think tournament wrestling is so fun. Just a nod to the old Japanese strong style, and it's so much fun. So, but we had Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan versus Kairi Sane. Now, the pre-match stuff where you had the Liv Roxanne story kind of melding there with the destruction of the Judgment Day, who does Dirty Dom love most, blah, blah, blah. That was a good little piece where Liv is basically saying, you're going to stay away from me. I don't need your help. You're going to see who the best is. And Roxanne's basically like, okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. Now, I will say, prior to this match, I said, my wife and I got into a little, I won't call it an argument, I'll call it a difference of opinion, when I said Roxanne Perez is going to win this match. And she says that I was probably not going to get that one right. Well, she was wrong. I was right. Afterwards, I even got there. I even got that you called it. So I'll take it. Barry Horowitz, all is well with the world. But this match was so damn good. Great moments for everybody in this match, which, when you're in a fatal four-way with superstars of that caliber, it's so important for everyone to look strong at times, right? And I thought everyone had moments to shine in this match. I will say, guys, those of you, and I have read online today that people are pissed off that Rhea didn't win that match. Guys, Rhea doesn't need Queen of the Ring to be the most flamboyant, most out there superstar that exists. Guys, right now, Rhea Ripley is up there with Cody, Jay, and CM Punk. Rhea Ripley is right there, maybe louder pops. The Rhea pop is a real freaking thing. All right, think Road Warrior pop for a woman. That's what you're getting with Rhea Ripley right now. She doesn't need Queen of the Ring. Hell, she doesn't even need a belt right now. She is that over. She's the most over female in the WWE. Like it or don't like it. I mean, it's the case. And honestly, I kind of like the rekindling of the rivalry with Raquel Rodriguez, even though I'm not a Raquel person. And you guys know I've gave her hell a lot. That might actually work, and we could get something out of it because it might be getting us something back with Liv, who I thought Rhea and Liv were such good dance partners. All right. Kairi Sane had such a great showing in this. That she has one of the best elbows. The insane elbow is one of the top elbow drops in the business today. All right, it's up there very far. I would only put it right now underneath Mark Briscoe's Froggy Bow. All right, that's the only one I would do it. I mean, it's Savage-esque, but not quite Savage, right? You know what I'm talking about. So I thought that it was great that she got a chance to shine. I just thought the whole thing was good, but who wins it out? Roxanne. Why? How does she do it? Cunningness. All right. She takes the pin away from Kairi Sane, gets it done. And there were moments in that match that I thought it could go either way, or go any way, not either way. There's 4 women there. And that's what makes such a good fatal 4-way match. When you're on the edge of your seat, yeah, you've made a prediction, but at times, all right, they got me. And I just thought the match shined in that aspect. So really well done. Can't wait to see Roxanne. I believe she'll be taking on a SmackDown person probably next week, I would assume. And I'll rehash more of the King of the Ring stuff later this week. King and Queen of the Ring, I should say. Okay. We had a Becky Lynch promo. It was meh. I did like how she came out and said, "What? No, you deserve it," chant for me. I thought that was really good. Becky's playing the heel thing really well, and I will give her credit. Whereas Seth is kind of encouraging people to sing his song when he comes out as the heel, Becky's basically saying, "I don't give a damn. I'm not here for you. I'm here for me," and that's cool. I do like how she's linking up stuff with Seth, though. Her handsome husband, you know. I like that. She's showing the selfishness of the heel that I feel can shine. And then, man, what we got out of the babyface, freaking Bailey coming down, attacking Becky. She said online later, she said, "I'm going to make the man my bitch." I thought that was a really freaking grabbing line. I like it. I like Bailey and Becky, those two great dance partners. We've seen it before. I'm so happy we get to see it again, and we're getting to see it with the Intercontinental title on the line. So, I mean, what could go wrong in a situation? I think it's good, and Bailey being back is good. I was starting to get a little concerned that we had no Bailey, that injury was more than just a little bit of time off. Hell, they've been showing so many pictures of her in AEW. I've even kind of thought, interesting. Of course, I have no idea what her contract status is, so that's just me playing fantasy booker. But regardless, good to see Bailey back. Great piece for all sides involved. Lyra, you can kind of get something else going now. All right. And I think that's a good thing. I don't mean that as a negativity. I think Lyra needs to get something going post Becky Lynch, crawl her way back into something. I would like to see Lyra maybe in a good tag team. I don't know, down the road. Let's just see. That's how younger stars get made a lot of times. So I don't know. We see what happens with it. So we had a fantastic promo from R-Truth, or should I say Ron Killings. My God. I mean, that promo is the best of his career, without a doubt. Love how he, credited Truth with the comedy, but then at the same time, I want you to put some respect on my name. And he said, "It is Ron the Truth Killings." Guys, there's no secret that R-Truth can go. There's no secret that this guy is such a talent in the ring. I mean, yeah, what is he, like 52 years old right now, and still is in better shape than most of the young guys. Like, the guy can go bell to bell. I can't wait to see this and see how this grows. The real question is, like, yes, he's a babyface right now, but he's going with this no holds barred, I'm going to mess you up attitude. This could go in a different direction, and it could go in a different direction fast, and I'm here for it. I really am. I'm on the edge of my seat right now to see what happens with Ron Killings. I really am. So well done in that. The haircut, wow. Dude cut his dreads. If you didn't see it, you check out the video. R-Truth, majestic dreads. We know that, even though they are receding hairline dreads. You guys know my opinion on that. But slice his dreads. Guys, that's like lifelong work. You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge thing. So, commitment to the business, commitment to the part. I love it. Thank you very much. Another moment of R-Truth doing what is right. All right. We got to move a little faster here. Sami Zayn, he ends up going over in the Sami Zayn, Penta, Dirty Dom, Braun Breaker fatal 4-way to advance in the King of the Ring. I will tell you, I said going into this, I was rooting for Dirty Dom in this match, but I thought Penta would come out on top just because of how hot he's been. I wasn't even thinking. Guys, the Saudi Arabia trip, Sami Zayn being a Muslim, like, it only makes sense. I wasn't thinking. I should have immediately picked Sami Zayn to go over in this match. But now, after the match, I'm a fool for not saying it, regardless of religion and taking place and whatever. Sami Zayn is the most over babyface, not named Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, in the WWE right now. And he might be the best babyface in all, as far as like facial reactions, the sell, and everything else. There's no one better than Sami Zayn. There just isn't. All right. So Sami Zayn goes over. Super happy about that. That match was phenomenal. Love the Karrion Kross interaction with Sami after. And a nice little appearance from LA Knight. Now we're going to see LA Knight, Braun Breaker feud here. I'm good with that. So we had a Nikki Bella return. I'm not going to spend any time on that. Nikki's interaction with Liv was interesting. Setting up stuff for Evolution. Cannot wait for the all-women's PLE Evolution coming up. And now we know we're going to get Nikki Bella versus Liv Morgan. And I'm good with it. I'm not a Nikki Bella fan. I mean, she's done some decent stuff, but I have a hard time distinguishing the reality star from the wrestler with her, even though I know she can go. And I've even heard like, well, how can you like Trish as much as you do, but yet you're against Nikki Bella and Brie too? It's not that I'm against them. It's just, I don't know. It's just different me. I cannot explain it. And I can't wait to see Liv smash her face in. So there you go. Hey, it is what it is. So that goes to the main event. Guys, we're going to cut this one a little short because I did spend a lot of time talking about it at the beginning. But we have Gunther over Jay for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to say deservedly so because Gunther's so damn good. But at the same time, I'm going to say this sucks for Jay. I hate it, but Jay is so over, it's not going to keep him down. Like, he's still going to be just fine. This story's not over, all right? But more than that, I just want to say, let's get past the story and just say Jay's run is not over. Like I said with Rhea earlier, she doesn't have to be Queen of the Ring. She doesn't have to have a belt right now in order to be a power-driven person in the industry and in the WWE. Same thing can be said for Jey Uso, and I know the belt means a lot. All right, I get the meaning of having that strap. Like Cody always says, you're the quarterback, right? And Jay was the quarterback for Raw since Mania. And he's done a great freaking job with it. Could his run have been longer? Maybe, but he was a workhorse. He defended that belt how many times? He was in a tag match how many times? Like, you can't sustain that type of work and be able to have a lengthy run. But what you do is you get more underdog story about yourself. He's going to have to climb his way back up the ladder. He will, right? There's not a doubt in my mind. Jay's story is so far from over. I can't wait. Now, he might be a little bit banged up. There might be some real injury in there. And we'll see going forward. Like, is he going to wrestle next week? We don't know. But regardless, I think that all of it is good. I think I'm good with it, even though I'm a Jay guy. I'm a Jay supporter. I've been a huge Jay Uso supporter. I mean, he's my wife's favorite. My son, Brock reacts more to Jay Uso and Cody Rhodes than he does anybody. That's why he has so many shirts of Jay Uso. But so for me, he's become special, but he doesn't have to have that belt right now for my feelings to change about him anyway. And it's weird. I almost didn't feel the same way about Cody. And that's a strange little feeling. So I don't know. Maybe I need to talk to the therapist about that and see. Oh yes, I don't know. When Cody lost the belt, I just wasn't. I was okay. We moved on. But when Jay loses the belt, I know momentum. I mean, it's kind of true. Like, I kind of feel that that's a real thing. So I'm good with the story, man. And I think that as far as storytelling in general, is there two guys right now in recent memory in the WWE that have told a better story? And I'm talking, let's go months back, guys. Let's go months back. But has two guys told a better story than Jey Uso and Gunther? I don't think so. And that's why I think this story is long from over. I just think there's going to be some other little bits and pieces, some subsidiary stories. How's that for freaking big wordage, right? Some subsidiary stories coming in that's going to get these two back together again, but it's going to be down the road. Now, the real question becomes, where does Seth Rollins truly fit in with that as well? Because I would have told you beforehand Seth was coming for Jay's belt. All right. Now I'm not so sure if Seth isn't going for Cena's belt. So I don't know. There's so much intrigue right now after Money in the Bank. There's so many different possibilities. And let's just all consider ourselves lucky that we're here for it. All right, guys. NXT tonight, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern on the CW. Big night. Obafemi defending the title tonight against LFG winner Jasper Troy. Jasper coming out right now. We got Ethan Page taking on my man, Super Sean Legacy. Guys, this is it. Come on, Sean. Let's get this job done. you guys don't know who Sean Legacy is, please watch tonight, right? Representing the CSRA in a huge way. He is super. So, all right, we're calling it. Sean's taking his first gold tonight. We've got a couple other things. Nico Vance, Sean Spears to appear. Tony D'Angelo and Luca Cristofino are going to take on Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Ingwe. So, big night ahead of us. Lots of fallout from the weekend, and I can't wait for it. Guys, thanks for joining us here on the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast. And remember, we're wrestling everything, so stay on top.